Previously on the Vampire Diaries. Hey guys, I'm Akansha and this video is going to be about the Vampire Diaries. So if you haven't completed watching the Vampire Diaries, disclaimer, this video will contain spoilers. And if you have completed watching the Vampire Diaries, so let's start. The first time I watched the Vampire Diaries, my opinions are similar to the fandom. Everyone hated Matt Donovan, I hated Matt Donovan. Everyone was choosing a team, I choose a team. By the way, I'm Team Stefan, always and forever. But I rewatched the show. So I found some opinion different when I rewatched the show. So in today's video, I will share those with you. My first opinion is Bonnie and Enzo are the most healthy and non-toxic relationship in the whole TVD. So hear me out. So TVD has many ships, like many ships. You may like some, you may don't like some. But after rewatching the show, I realized that Bonnie and Enzo are really healthy relationship. They have a more realistic relationship than most of the relationships shown in the show. I ship many relationship in the show. I even liked Bonnie and Jeremy for the first time I watched the show. But Bonnie and Enzo are like real relationship goals. They actually discuss the whole thing with like I am a vampire and you are not a vampire. He even give his blood to her in a locket, in a necklace, I guess, so that she can consider becoming a vampire if she wants. Like they consider the thing that she is not gonna live forever and he is a vampire. They discuss this thing, like they actually discuss the whole thing, which I really like. They also went for a vacation to Paris. All those seasons, so many relationship and not even a single couple went for a vacation. They actually went to Paris and they were ready to start off their life away and happy from there. Like everyone in Mystic Falls should do that. They're actually going to start a life away from all this. And when Enzo died, the whole Bonnie's reaction was so, I can't even have words to describe that. She was sad, but she didn't fall apart. She has so many strong emotion. Her reaction was something else, but still she didn't just fall apart and start doing irrational things, which I really like, which shows that their love was so strong yet not overpowering and they were not in a codependent relationship. So I think Bonnie and Enzo was the only non-toxic relationship in the whole show. My next point is Tyler is not as bad boyfriend as people think he is. He leave Mystic Falls many times, but he has a reason for that. He was not going for a vacation. He actually went for some reason, and his whole reaction with Caroline sleeping with Klaus is somewhat justified. I'm not supporting how he behaved, but understand the guy. His ex-girlfriend or friend or whatever slept with Klaus who killed his mother. And I understand his whole anger. And when he and Caroline were together, Caroline never went for Klaus, but still she has a soft corner with Klaus. Tyler was short tempered. Tyler has anger issues. We all know that. He's a werewolf. But he was not a bad boyfriend as people think he is. I understand people were shipping Klaus and Caroline, but Tyler is not a bad boyfriend. At least I don't think so. So my next point is, drum roll please, Matt Donovan does not deserve the hate he gets. He is not a bad guy. He was actually a good guy. The first time I watched, I also hate Matt because everyone is hating Matt. Like every fan page, every meme, in subreddits, like everyone hates Matt so much. I think, yeah, Matt is a bad guy. But when I rewatched the show, I realized, wait a minute, this guy didn't do anything wrong. Like in the beginning, he was such a good friend to everyone. Like everyone was being jerked to him. He was still a good friend. He behaved so well with Elena and Caroline, who was his ex-girlfriend. He never blamed them for leaving him or anything. He never even behaved like an ex-boyfriend. He always behaved like a friend to them. His sister died because of vampire. I'm not a fan of Vicky, but still, it's not fair to Matt that his sister died and he thinks like she left him, but actually she died. At the end of the show, his hate towards vampires is actually justified because everyone he knew died because of vampires. His sister died because of vampire. His friends are changed because of vampire. And the whole thing with his wife dying and his hate towards Stefan was because Stefan compelled him to forget how his wife died So he didn't remember anything. That's why he was behaving like this. It's not his fault. So I think the whole Matt Donovan hate thing was not justified. He is not a bad guy. He actively chose not to become a vampire. That's why he is not a vampire. Like he avoided drinking vampire blood even when he was seriously injured. He became a sheriff to protect Mystic Falls. He was actively taking steps. It's not like by luck he didn't become a vampire. It's because he chose not to become a vampire. So at the end, he is not a bad guy and he doesn't deserve the hate he gets. And my next opinion was, the first time I watched the show, I loved Steroline. But when I rewatched, I hated Steroline. They were friends first, then they became best friends. They started talking at the end of the episode and figuring out what happening. I just love the whole chemistry. In the last season, they just ruined Caroline. I understand Stefan left Caroline without any explanation, but the whole love triangle they wanted to create between Alaric, Stefan, and Caroline was so unnecessary and so bad. I know Stefan is 100 years older than Caroline, but still, Alaric was Elena's guardian and their teacher, and it was so bad. The love triangle we want is maybe Klaus, Stefan, and Caroline, not Alaric, Stefan, and Caroline. And the final season, Caroline was so unsure about Stefan. It feels like she was unsure about Stefan, like, should she marry him or not? If she doesn't want to marry Stefan, that's all right, that's her choice. But you don't be unsure with Stefan, please. Like, Stefan doesn't deserve this after all these years. He didn't deserve this. And when she says like her first priority is her kids, which I understand, then the kid's father, and then Stefan maybe, like, girl, he is your fiance. You don't say this. Like, after this whole scene, I was like, this can't be the end game for Stefan. Like, this cannot be. My next point is in continuity. I like Stefan with Rebecca more than anyone else. Like, Rebecca and Stefan both wanted to become human and start a family. They both was somehow broken, and Klaus loved both of them. The original and Marshall and Rebecca was not a thing. Then Stefan and Rebecca should be end up together as a human life. My next point is also in continuity with that, the ending. The first time I watched the ending, I was so heartbroken. I was so sad for weeks. Like, I was like, why did they do this? Why did they have to kill Stefan? But when I rewatched the show, I was like, I was happy with the ending. Hear me out. Stefan, who was never happy being a vampire, became a human, and now he will spend the rest of his life in redemption, in guilt of all the things he had done while he was a ripper. So he would never be happy. And now that he died, he was in peace with Lexi. I mean, I love Lexi. I think Stefan is most happy with Lexi. In all those scenes with Lexi, he was most happy and most carefree. So he was in peace with Lexi and his car. I mean, what can be more better than this? Knowing that your favorite character is in peace, it's so comforting. So I like the ending in the rewatch. So my next point is a theory, not an opinion. So you can say it's an unpopular theory. So my theory is Kyle linked Elena's life, the curse, the whole sleeping curse thing with Stefan, not Bonnie. So I can explain the whole thing. I have actually written the whole thing so I don't miss any point. It made a lot of sense. Like, Kai is someone who can do this. He said her life is linked with Bonnie to throw everyone off and linked with someone who is the closest to Damon. So Damon wouldn't kill him even if he knows that. And the fact that Stefan died several times in the last season and Elena didn't woke up is because I think there would be a condition, like Elena is a human, so her life must be bound with another human life. So Kai must have linked Elena's human life with Stefan's human life, which is impossible to break as Stefan is a vampire. So according to Kai, Elena would be asleep forever and it would be the ultimate punishment for Damon. But against all the odds, against everything, Stefan became a human and he died and Elena woke up. So in my opinion, this is the theory, the whole Elena's curse theory. I just want to hear out what you think about this theory. Leave a comment below what you think. Now my next point is a very small thing, that Jeremy is very underrated. Jeremy actually has a great sense of humor. later on in the seasons, like in season 2, after season 2, I guess, Jeremy has a very good sense of humor. He actually delivered some very underrated lines. So my next and the last point is, the first time I watched the show, I was like, why is she doing this, why is he doing this, why is she behaving like this, especially during the first or second season. But in the rewatch, I realized that they are supposed to be 16, 17 years old teenagers. They actually portrayed by so mature actors. I'm not complaining, I love each and every actor in the whole Vampire Diaries, but they actually portrayed by so mature actors that we forget that they are supposed to be young, like Caroline, Bonnie, Jeremy, Elena, Tyler, Matt. They are supposed to be 17, 18 years old. So what they are doing is actually justified, like they are so young, they are teenagers. So I think I have shared everything I want to. Don't forget to comment down below your views about the opinions. I love to hear your unpopular opinions, unpopular theories, anything you want to say. Just leave a comment down below. Subscribe to my channel. It will mean a lot, a lot, a lot to me. And I will see you in my next video. And also you can comment down below any challenges, any video suggestion you want me to make, and I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you are a Vampire Diaries fan, you should definitely give a thumbs up to this video. I will see you in my next video. Till then, take care, be happy, bye.